What's going on, Austin, Texas? Welcome to episode 99 of season 6 of Talking Throws podcast, Texas style. I'm Coach Jason.
And I'm Coach Janelle.
And we are throws coaches with the track club, the Thorn Factory. You can go to that website, thethornfactory.com. Right now, we're gearing up for the summer and getting ready for our national meets. Maybe you're a javelin thrower, hammer thrower, anything like that. Looking to perfect your skills. If so, reach out to us on our bios on our website, thethornfactory.com. Also, if we don't fit your location, we have other locations as well. Coach Cade, west of the Thorn Factory, Coach Jarvis, east of the Thorn Factory, and Coach Knight doing good things out in the Abilene area. Our sponsors for season 6, Texas Track and Field Coaches Association. That website is ttfca.org. That website again is ttfca.org. Everything you need to know on track and field in the state of Texas is on that website. So reach out to Stuart Cantor if you have any questions, or if you're looking for schedules for 2024, whether it be indoor or maybe the Meet of Champions coming up in 2024 as well. Fourthrows.com, quality implements price right. That website is fourthrows.com. Use the code TalkingThrows10 to get 10% off. Anything you need. They have throwing shoes on there. They have hammer gloves. They have discus nets. They have measuring tape. Anything you need throw related that you may not even think of. Broom. Go to fourthrows.com. Use that code TalkingThrows10. Porta-Circle. The website is porta-circle.com. Making throwing more accessible. You can go to TalkingThrows10 to get 10% off. Let me pull this out. This is what it looks like. And I'll tell you what, these are really cool because we have the hammer inserts. So if we go to a discus cage that's kind of wide open, we'll throw these inserts in and get some hammer training. And they hold pretty good well, especially in that indented ring. So if you're looking for some extra hammer training and try to, instead of trying to throw it out of that discus ring, the Porta-Circle is a great tool. Ready Up Athletic Development, Zach Phillips out of the greater Austin area. He's doing wonders with programming. His website is readyupad.com. His website is readyupad.com. You can go to a site called Train Heroic and search Basic Throw Strength. The program is called Basic Throw Strength. If you use the code TalkingThrows10, Throws10, you're going to get 20% off. Again, that site is Train Heroic. The program is called Basic Throw Strength. Fiber Sports Discus, a new way to get the distance. Get it. That website is fibersportsdiscus.com. They have bags, 2Ks, anything you need. I think actually Fiber Sports now is going to be doing some indoor shot puts as well. The cool thing about the Fiber Sports Discus, you can pretty much find it anywhere. You can find it at fourthrows.com or go to the fibersportsdiscus.com website and you can find a dealer close to you. But if you go listen to this, be sure to use that code TalkingThrows10 to get 10% off that discus, that Fiber Sports Discus from Fourth Throws. Today's program is a special program, episode 99. It's our third annual Zoom of Champions, and we've been doing this for a couple of years. And so Janelle and I has made a commitment to continue to do this for the years to come. So we try to highlight the winners from the shot put or discus from all the different classifications coming out of the UIL state track meet out of the state of Texas. So for this year, our 4 guests is the first one is junior Cade Reagan from Goliad High School. He was the 3A discus champion with a mark of 177.11. Out of 6A shot put gold medal, Paris Kimble, where she's from Humboldt, Atascocita, where she threw 45.6 3/4. Out of Class 2A, winning the gold medal in the shot put with a throw of 61.10, Praiyer Jones from Marlin, Texas. And our 3A shot put gold medal winner with a throw of 58.6 3/4 from Wichita Falls City View, Mason Hill. Please welcome to episode 99 and our third annual Zuma Champions, our 4 guests.
Our 4 state champions.
Yeah, our 4 state champions. Guys, thank you so much for being on the third annual Zuma Champions. We appreciate it. Congratulations for your success and what y'all did at the state track meet in Austin. First, I want you to go around and introduce yourself. State what event you won, what classification it was, and what you threw to win the event. So we'll start.
And what school you're from.
And what school you're from. So we'll start with our 2A thrower, and then we'll work our way up to 3A, and then we'll get into our 6A thrower. So Praiyer, why don't you start us off?
Okay, my name is Praiyer Jones. My bad. It's just that well, just before I started off, me and Paris know each other. She's from Atascocita, and I was there before I moved. So
okay. All right. Well, y'all can't be like sharing bad secrets about each other. So well, then on the other side, so y'all know Cade and Mason threw against each other at the state meet. So yeah. So they were against each other at the state meet. So anyway, Praiyer, go ahead.
Okay. Praiyer Jones, class of 2023. And I won 2A with a throw of 61 feet, 10 inches, and placed gold. Oh, and Marlin from Marlin. So.
Marlin, gotcha. All right, cool. Mason, what about you?
My name is Mason Hill. I'm from Wichita Falls, City View. I got gold in 3A shot put with a throw of 58 feet, 6 inches.
Gotcha.
Or something like that.
Gotcha. All right, Caden.
Hi, my name's Cade Reagan, and I go to Goliad High School, and I threw a 177.11 to win state in 3A. Is that everything for me to say?
Yes, in the discus.
Okay.
So
yeah, in the discus.
All right, there you go. All right, and Paris.
Hi guys, sorry, I usually don't sound like this, but my name is. I sound like someone's son. Anyways, my name is Paris. I won the 6A state championship in shot put. And I threw a throw. I threw 45 feet, 6 3/4 inches, which was a 2-inch PR for me. And I go to Atascocita High School.
Nice. Okay, so let's get into that day for each of you. So Paris, I'm going to start with you since you're the lady on the show. Kind of what, first of all, real bad rain that day. And I think y'all had like a 90-minute delay in the middle of the competition. So kind of, and correct me if I'm wrong, you didn't throw that 45 until after the rain delay. So my question is how did you handle that delay, and how did you come out, and what were you doing during the delay, I should say?
So it's funny, I'll take y'all back real quick. So I'll be honest with y'all, I absolutely hate rain. Okay. And so that season I had a track meet, and it was the only track meet where I had rain at. And I let the rain intimidate me, and I didn't even get past like 41 to 42. And I remember, so we had prom the weekend before state. It was the prior weekend. And I remember stalking the weather, looking at all different weather forecasts. I'm like praying to God, please don't let it rain. Please don't let it rain, And whenever I woke up that morning and we had already started our delay off with the rain delay, I already knew it was going to be a long day. So, so whenever I got out there, I told myself, I said, hey, there's nothing we can do about it. We're going to focus on the things that we can control. And so my first 2 throws, they weren't what I wanted. I think I was sitting in maybe 4th place. And then whenever we went on that rain delay, I'm the type of person that likes to get everything done right then and there. So it was funny, like when the first lightning strike hit, the one of the officials were like, "Hey, was that a lightning strike?" And I was like, "No, that wasn't. No." And then they made us all go to our cars and stuff. And I actually sat with my coaches in their trucks in one of the trucks. Yeah, and we just sat there for like the whole time. And I was just on my phone, just itching, rocking back and forth. My teammates are runners, they're not locked in yet. So they just all back there kiki and joking. I'm with both AirPods in, nervous in a mug. I'm rocking back and forth. And I went to the restroom like halfway in, and I ran into some friends of mine that are runners from different schools. And basically during the whole weather delay, so like from the very beginning, I wasn't happy with it, but I decided that I still had to stay positive. And I felt like my positive attitude really did contribute to the outcome of that day. And so, because I could have been like, oh my gosh, it's raining, I'm sitting in fourth place. Like, you know what I mean? But I stayed locked in. I continued to stay myself. I kept a positive attitude. And then on that first throw, it was funny. The people who like do the announcing in the stadium. So last year I got 8th place at state. I don't like to talk about that, so we're not going to talk about that too much. But so like literally, so there were 4 girls that didn't get to go do the 3rd attempt before the lightning delay, and I was one of them. And so they let us warm up for 15 minutes before everybody else did. And so I remember warming up, and all I hear is, and Paris Kimble placing 8th place at the meet last year, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, yeah, y'all gonna see me this year. It ain't gonna be like that again. And so, I told myself, I was like, now's the time to lock in. We can't let the weather affect us. And I went out there on my third attempt, first throw back from that lightning delay. Boom, hit a 45, 4.5. And then it just went from there.
Nice.
That's
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's awesome. You handled that delay very well.
Yeah.
That's great.
So Mason, let's get to you, man. So you had 2 events that day, shot and discus. Kind of how did you handle going into that event? And shot put was second that day for you, and you come out, I think, on your first or second throw and basically hit that big bomb, which was a PR for you, and that kind of set the tone. Walk us through kind of how you approached that day.
Well, I didn't do shot. I didn't do discus. That was
Oh, you didn't do discus? Okay, I'm sorry.
No,
We'll edit that
no,
out.
no, you're good. I wish though. Well, really, I came into today. That meet, and I was like, well, last year I got 3rd place, and there's some studs. Well, they both went to Big Ten schools to go do what they do now. One plays football, the other throws for Purdue. But and I was really thinking in my head, wow, I could be, I'm next up, especially since they were senior last year and I was a junior last year, and I was the next one up, and I had to fill the role of bringing the energy and stuff, because last year there was a lot of energy. This year it's kind of just me yelling. I mean, I made the stands, I guess, cheer a little bit, or
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, it was just.
So is that so? You seem like you're always focused. Does that come from the kind of the mentality of your dad and kind of his influence to kind of be kind of meet ready?
Yeah, sort of. Like, it's just he like lets me go in there like prepared, just with like life lessons and stuff that he's taught me over the years, and going to these meets has been like one of the things I can share with him, and it really gave me the courage to go out there and show out for my family, because I do have their last name, so I want to make sure they look good. So it really makes me think that I want to do that. Yep.
Good. All right, Caden, let's talk about you for a little bit. You win 3A discus with a 177.11. Kind of how was your approach coming into the day? Now, I think you did do shot put and discus that day, so maybe a longer duration of a competing for you. Kind of, how did you handle that?
Well, the longer duration wasn't really a problem because disc was first, so
Okay.
It was a problem for me in shot. I was dead by shot.
Yeah.
But disc, I was nice and fresh. And, coming into the day, it was all just doing everything right. I mean, like everything that everyone always talks about, eating right, sleeping right, doing all that. I did all that, so I was able to perform my best. And I walked out there, warmed up, did what I normally do, threw a 177.11, and won it by 13 feet. So
yeah. Now, that was the 3rd throw, I think you had, your 3rd attempt, am I right?
second or third. I don't remember which one.
Yeah, second or third, like that. Yeah. Okay.
Was
Okay.
it a big PR for you? Was that 177 a big PR?
No, I have a 182.5 in the books, but I was just trying to get a decent one out there with the 177.11, and I got a decent one. But after that, I was just like, all right, I haven't won. Why not just grip it and rip it
Yeah.
and see how far I can't throw it? And anyway, I had two of them that would have been 190, I think, but they just came up. Had they not done that, but at that point, you're just throwing as far as you can to see what you can't do.
Yeah. That wind in that stadium and how that ring's set up, throwing into that headwind can be very difficult to get the discus to fly right. For sure. So, all right, Praiyer, finish this off, man. How did you come into that meet? You were throwing Friday afternoon. You had to kind of maybe watch the results on Thursday. Kind of how was your approach, especially since you were back there your junior year as well, returning state champion?
Well, for this particular meet, I was kind of more geared towards discus because I know in the past I said I hated discus, but my competitive spirit, it wouldn't let me go down like that. You know what I'm saying? I placed eighth last year, and I placed ninth last year with a terrible mark. And this year, I kind of grilled into my mind that I'm not going to let that happen. And so I ended up getting second place in the discus, which I was proud of. And I sort of started building off that energy. And because me and my coach looked at the marks of what other people were throwing, we got through some of the results, and they were good. They were decent marks, but compared to what I needed to, what I was throwing, I talked with my dad, and he said to just not even let them get a chance. Don't even let them believe that they can beat you in your own sport, in your own event. And so it was the second throw. I ended up just throwing 60. And then at that point, I wanted to feed off the crowd. The crowd was kind of quiet for me. And so I yelled, like what Mason said, I was the only one yelling at that point. And and so I think I did good. I didn't hit a PR in shot put, which sucked, but just the fact that I came a long way from not learning how to do the spin last year to still being not really good at the spin, but just the improvement based on last year. Now being able to say that I won shot put by 10 feet. So it was amazing for me.
Good. Now a couple of y'all have mentioned your fathers as big figures and stuff like that. My next question, and we'll come back to Mason. Tell us about your school coach, that influence you have, what he's meant to you to help you get to that state championship from City View, Mason.
It really does mean a lot. I was talking to my dad and my coach, and this is like one of the first things, like first state champions that we've had, like for City View in our like whole 20 years. I mean, we've only been open for like 20 years, but it's still good to like leave my mark there. And but my coach has been a huge impact with me because even though he's doing something else, he always finds time to like go out there and just see what I'm doing wrong, if there's anything I can fix, and just tell me basically is to live in the moment. Don't make it too big, but make it big enough to where you actually want to perform. So it's a pretty good experience.
Now, what's his name? What's your coach's name?
Coach Garcia.
Coach Garcia.
He's from Coach Garcia.
Okay.
Yeah,
now, Go ahead.
What was that? I was just gonna finish him off.
Go ahead. Does he coach football as well?
He coaches football, and I think he coaches basketball too. I'm not for sure.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he coaches like 8th grade basketball.
Okay, Coach Garcia. All right, Paris, tell us about your throws coach at Atascocita, and kind of how y'all kind of tag team that road to get you to state.
So that whole road to state, Coach Dornack, that's my school coach's name. He actually was my 6th grade history teacher. And so, and this year at Atascocita, it was his first year ever being like a shot put coach at the high school level. And so basically, some of like my technique he wouldn't fully understand. So his way of helping me would be recording me, going through his phone, slowing it down. And then after a while, he started seeing what I was able to see. And then we were able to go from there. And he was also my biggest push for rest. One thing about me, I'm a grind. I'm always work. I don't care what's hurting. I don't care if my arm about to fall off. I'm gonna, always try to go out to practice. So he's been my main push for rest this season, and like telling me when I should limit my throws, when I should limit my spinning, stuff like that. So him just being there for me, helping me do the little things, it's really helped me. I would say it got me to where I was today.
Awesome. All right, Cade, tell us how your coach from Goliad kind of helped you, carry you down that road to that state championship meet.
My coach from Goliad, she coaches basketball, but she was a big supporter. My dad was there a lot. He was he was my big coach.
Okay.
So lots of thanks goes out to my dad for that. And then, I had a lot of other coaches. I had Jeff Watkins at the Texas Throwers Camp. He's been real good for me. Okay. And Steve Saunders, he used to throw at Kingsville. And those were my big coaches for those guys.
Now, does your dad have a background in throwing?
He threw shot in high school. Started as a junior year and threw like 49. Okay. He never really worked at it, but he just threw 49. But he does everything that he can do to help me succeed, and he's watched every video. He's been at every practice with my other coaches, just learning from them and learning how to help me. And he knows more than most people in this world about throwing. Just he's never really done it.
Gotcha. All right, Praiyer, tell us about your throws coach at Marlin and how y'all work together to get to the state championship.
My throws coach at Marlin, he's been there since the start, and God bless that I have him. So and it's crazy because at the end of football year I tore my MCL, and so he kind of kept me grounded, and it was more of like kind of that I'm still able to do things, and he was just my support system at that time, him and my dad. And a lot of people don't realize that there's a lot more that goes into throwing than just teaching technique, but it's also building that spirit and building and growing into something better. And so when I tore my MCL, I thought my whole world kind of fell apart. I was like, oh, I'm gotta change up a new technique, and I have to do all this just to fix how my leg was gonna if my leg was gonna affect me. But he ended up telling me that I still have it in me, just giving me encouraging words. And then of course my dad, whenever I needed something, he'll be there, he'll tell me. And like kind of what Caden said, like he lets on a lot. He knows more than what people take him for. Even though he threw 50 feet in high school when he started when he did shot put as a senior, he's still going out there and looking up videos and teaching me everything. And also shout out to Coach Rob. I get down there when I can to with him, and he's also been there too. He's been there every step of the way, and I thank God that I have just 3 amazing people in my life. So
welcome back, track people. This is Brandon, owner of fourthrows.com. We're a fast and growing track and field company that specializes in the throws. With our speed shipping, implement warranties, and rock bottom prices on javelins, discuses, shot puts, and hammers, call us up today to talk directly to one of the owners at fourthrows.com.
So 3 of you are seniors and Caden, you're a junior, and I think y'all are all going to go on to throw in college. So Mason, we're going to start back with you. Aren't you going to throw in college? Where at?
So I'm going to Tarleton State University to go throw for them. Yeah.
Nice.
So
nice.
What else did
now, will you play football there as well, Mason?
See, I don't know. They haven't really asked me for anything about that yet, but we'll see when I get down there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What kind of a little bit about your recruit? Did you go to other trip? Did you take other recruiting trips besides Tarleton?
Okay. So the funny thing about that is that I was actually before Tarleton, I was committed to Lamar to go play football.
Okay.
But then Lamar got a new head coach change, and then it just went downhill from there. And so that was my first visit and stuff like that. And then I went to Tarleton, who I emailed, and I was just kind of just reaching out there because I like the campus and stuff, and we go out there all the time for ag trips, and because I'm in the FFA and all that. So it was it was a reach, and then he emailed me back, and I thought it was still like a scam at first, but then it was real. I got to go there and visit it, and I liked everything about it. So happy where I am now.
Nice, awesome. Well, congratulations, Paris. I think you're a senior, and I think you're going somewhere pretty good. So tell us where you're headed.
I'll be going to the University of Houston, which is unfortunately but fortunately 30 minutes away from my home. So my parents, they're geeked out about it. They're glad that I'm going to be, within driving distance. So especially my dad. It's funny. Once I committed there, my dad's a police officer, fun fact. And as soon as I committed there, he sent me his filled out application to work for the campus police department. And I did not find that joke funny at all. So.
It's going to be following you
now
on campus.
And so I'll tell y'all something else, guys. This girl is probably the top javelin thrower in the state as well. And is, I think, PR about 142, 150 in javelin, somewhere in that ballpark?
Yes, sir. About 146.
Yeah, which is a very unusual combination of a shot putter and a javelin thrower.
Oh, yeah.
So my question is, what will be your main implement at U of H?
I would probably say the javelin.
Really?
Yes, sir. Well, javelin is my favorite event. It just comes natural. And then shot put is also a very good event of mine, which I love. And I feel the same way about discus, or that Praiyer feels about it. But yeah, me and discus ain't like this. But hopefully I'll be doing javelin, shot put, and whatever other events U of H needs me to do. So if they tell me to get on that track and do the 400-meter dash, I guess that's what I'm doing.
Nice. That's the right attitude, Paris.
We're going to make sure they hear this.
Yeah, I want to make sure that Coach Blackburn Hill's on.
Coach Blackburn's going to be like, sign you up.
Yeah. So, and Paris, I'm sorry, Praiyer, where are you going to throw at in college?
I'm going to throw at Louisiana Lafayette.
Okay. Now, how did that come about for you, and kind of walk us through, was that your best choice, or did you have other option as well?
That was, well, I got it, I think right before, right during football season, like the beginning of football season. And during that time, my focus was still on football. I wanted to go for football. But after I tore my MCL, I sat down with my dad, and then it's funny because I was looking at my dad, and he said, we were looking at the offers I had on the table, and he was looking at Louisiana at the time. It was my best offer. It was a free ride and everything, and he was like, if that's what you want to do, if you really want to do track. And then I looked at him, and then I looked down at my left leg, and then I was like, I ain't gonna lie, it hurt pretty bad. So track may be the way to go. So yeah, and to answer the question of if I'm gonna do football during the I'm still thinking about it, but there's a high probability that I'm not even gonna go towards that. I'm not gonna lean towards it. It's just the stress football has on my body is kind of intense. So. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. So, Caden, you're a junior, and I'm sure with your size and the marks that you've been hitting, you're probably getting a little bit of looks. If you don't mind, are you wanting to go throw in college? Are you getting some interest? Do you even play football, Caden?
Yeah, I do play football, but throwing is definitely what I want to go do in college.
Okay.
And I don't really have much yet. because I'm still just a junior. But talking to a few colleges, a couple big colleges, and just anywhere that's going to let me go throw is all that.
Guys, now do you have a background, because kind of working with GF and stuff like that, like with hammer or javelin or weight, or just mainly shot and discus as your two?
Yeah, just mainly shot and disc.
Gotcha. So if a college coaches were listening to this is your time to answer this big time. Tell them what kind of thrower would Caden be for them?
Wait, what?
I said if a college throws coach was listening to this, and you had an opportunity to speak to them, what would you kind of tell them? What would they be getting? What would that throws coach be getting if they recruited you?
Oh, well, I'll be the best discus thrower they've ever had.
Yeah.
There you go, for sure. There you go.
Would you be willing to run the 400 like Paris said she would?
Oh, I don't know about that one.
You're out, huh?
Nice. Yeah, for sure. So, all right. So I know y'all do a lot with school, and most of y'all are multi-school athletes. So tell us, multi-sports athletes, excuse me on that one, kind of tell us, maybe what's your favorite subject in school and why that is. So Mason, we're going to come back to you. You're a senior, what's your favorite subject and why is that your favorite?
Honestly, this year was probably my CMA class because our teacher got fired and I got to watch movies the rest of the year. So that was my favorite one.
From a high school teacher,
I passed the test.
I get that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right, dude. Great answer.
I passed the test.
Did you play other sports other than football and track? Did you do anything else?
Oh yeah, I did powerlifting and what else? Football. I played baseball and basketball the 2 years before, but I wasn't very good at those. So I was like, no, I'm good.
Now, Mason,
I rode.
I said, didn't you win powerlifting for the state, or didn't make it?
Well, some unfortunate things happened at the state meet. I got a bad call from a judge saying that I dropped the weight. It was 750 pounds, and I guess they wanted me to what's it called? Good morning it off my back or something like that. So
yeah, I
wasn't really feeling that. So it was my second lift, and they disqualified me. But I was hunting for the gold. I was sitting, I think, first through third by a couple pounds.
Wow. Now I think you have a big bench too in powerlifting, don't you? What is that?
435. I was aiming to get for that 475 mark, but it just I could always jump from 435 and it's 475, but it just never kind of worked out. I'm more of like a squatter. I squatted about 800 pounds. Yeah, I squatted about 800 pounds before. That's about it.
Wow. So hence the shot put and throwing almost 60 feet. They go hand in hand.
Yeah. I just need to work more on technique, I guess.
There you go.
You said you were also involved in FFA. What all did you do in that?
I showed pigs. So when I wasn't especially it was pretty hard during the spring since showing pigs was all during the spring. So 1 week I'd be throwing, and the other week I'd be doing pigs. So it was kind of like 50-50.
Yeah, there's a lot to that.
Yeah, there you go. You're busy, dude.
It was pretty tough this year, but I managed to pass my classes and graduate, so we're good.
There you go.
And watch a lot of movies.
I
finished all the Marvel series, so we're good.
Good. There you go.
All
right. Praiyer, tell us about you, your favorite class, and why that. Why was that?
I have to say my favorite class will probably be my history class I took last year. I wasn't really feeling the classes this year, to be honest with you.
Gotcha.
But just that teacher, she made it memorable for me, and I can't really forget it. So
nice. What was the teacher's name?
Well, I was gonna say her last name, Miss Manigo. I call her Miss Manigo, and
gotcha.
she's the best teacher that I know. So
That's awesome.
Awesome.
shout out to her if she ever sees this.
I'm
Yeah,
sure she
well,
will.
You have to make sure that
She does. So, Caden, what's your favorite class?
I'm probably gonna have to say it was my last period. It was my chemistry class because it was a coach's class. We know how those are, and every day I would go in there, do my work, and get to go throw. I would leave class early and just go out to the ring and start throwing.
Nice.
So
nice. Who was your teacher in there? Or coach?
His name was Coach McKay. He's probably the coolest teacher that I've ever had.
There you go. Shout out to Coach McKay.
Did you learn some chemistry though?
No.
Okay. Good. Hey, that's all right.
Oh wow. At least you didn't watch movies. in Paris, finally, and I know you just graduated, but what was your favorite class in school and why?
Honestly, my top two, if I can, I don't think I can give one, but between 1 and 2, it's forensic science, taught by Dr. Russell. I refuse to call her by her first name because she's instilled the fear of God into me. So Dr. Russell, she teaches forensic science, and then my also top class is Money Matters by so she's the head varsity volleyball coach at Atascocita. Her name's Coach Odom, and I love them both dearly. Like, we've had, after like being in slumps during my season, having rough patches in the school year, they were my go-to to talk about and stuff. And I mean, in forensic science, we were learning something new every day. Money Matters, I might have learned maybe 2 to 3 things, but, but I truly enjoyed both classes.
Gotcha. Awesome. Great answers by everybody. All right, let's get back to that state meeting that day and stuff. So all of y'all won that big state medal. I want to know what y'all did to celebrate. So, Caden, we're going to start with you. So after you win, the gold and you're done that day after shot put, did you go somewhere out to eat? Did you get your favorite food? What'd y'all do to celebrate?
Yes, Caden.
Yeah, Caden.
Caden was discus after you won discus.
Our discus.
After I won disc, I went back to the hotel and I fell asleep.
Holding your medal.
That was what I did.
Really? No celebratory
yeah,
dinner or anything?
No, it was so hot and so tiring at the state meet that I couldn't do anything. The next day we had fun, but
he didn't do shot. He did shot.
Discus in the morning and then shot put. So you had a long day out there in the sun.
Yeah.
So Paris, what did you do to celebrate after the rain delay and winning that goal?
So, I mean, as soon as I won, of course, I hugged my family and stuff. And during the rain delay, it was about 90 minutes long, like you guys said, and my teammates went out to Raising Cane's. I really didn't want to eat nothing heavy, so I made them give me a little kids menu. I'm a good-sized girl. Y'all know I'm not no kids menu type girl. Once I finished, I got to eat some cold Raising Cane's right then and there because I still wanted to watch my teammates run and my teammates jump. So put on that medal, walked around through the stands with my cold Raising Cane's, and it was fun. The people that asked me, "Oh my gosh, congratulations, what'd you medal in?" One thing about me, I'm going to say pole vault. Immediately say pole vault. Because I just love to see the look on their face, the look of confusion. So Ryan, jump and everything. And as soon as we got home, I told my dad all the crawfish that I wanted to get would be put on that credit card. And so, and then eventually I had a dinner with my coaches, Coach Rob, Coach Wayne, shout out to them. I really wouldn't be here without them. Much love to them.
That's awesome.
All right, and Mr. Jones, what did you do to celebrate the goal?
For me, it was kind of funny for me because at that time I didn't feel like I won the gold. Like it was kind of weird. So after I won and I took my picture and stuff, I was like, okay, it felt like I had a meet next week. I was like, okay, I got to meet next week. I'll be fine. And I just got to win that one and then I'll be good. So I went and supported my teammates, cheered them on, and then I went back to the house. And then all the community, they had a little standing ovation for us and stuff. They were honking cars, when we came there, and I love them for that. But I just picked up my stuff, packed up my stuff, drove home, and then I looked in the mirror, and I was like, all of a sudden it hit me. I was like, hold on, I just won state 2 times. I'm like, dang, that's crazy. And then I had called my mom. I was like, "Oh, I just won state again. Y'all don't. That's 2 gold medals." And then they was like, "We know. It's like it's nothing."
You were there.
Yeah, you were there. Yeah. And I just sat down and I played. I think I played like some heart and soul music, and I just sat down and drunk me a Sprite and started watching Netflix.
Nice, nice. So.
Mason, you have asked
Yeah, Mason, what did you do to celebrate after that state championship?
I just went to Saltgrass, got me a big old chicken fried steak, not a regular steak, just a chicken fried one.
Nice.
And then I went back to the hotel. They had a little ice cream place right next to it. And the lady there saw my gold medal because I was wearing it around everywhere, and she gave me 2 scoops of ice cream.
Nice.
So I won there. And
there you go. So what kind of ice cream guy are you? You a chocolate, Rocky Road? What kind do you like?
Free.
I
don't care what it was. I mean, if it's free,
that might be the best answer of any Zuma champion questions we've ever had. Free. There you go. So I know y'all are throwers, and we kind of do that year round. I'm kind of curious, are any of y'all planning to do any throwing this summer? Maybe go to nationals, United States track and field, kind of watch y'all's plans. So Paris, I'm gonna start with you. What are your plans for this summer as far as throwing goes?
As of right now, so my big meet, my national meet, I plan on going to New Balance Nationals up in Philly. And because last year I went to Nike and I had a time there, but this year, last year it was between Nike and New Balance, and I said, why not go to New Balance this year? And so my younger sister, she also throws, and so it was really like Jaden, my younger sister, she also like had a big like choice in it. She was like, Paris, have you seen the New Balance bags? Paris, have you seen the New Balance bags?
The New Balance bags.
I was like, hey Jaden, fine, we can go to Philadelphia, but yes, I'll be going to New Balance for nationals, and I'll probably do a few Rice all comers meets.
Okay.
So yeah, we have a few of those. So I might do some of those and maybe 1 or 2 just regular summer track meets, but those tend to be long and hot. So
yeah, sure. Now, are you going to do javelin and shot put at New Balance?
Yes, sir, I will. If I've actually been practicing hammer a little bit, so if I can get the appropriate mark for Philly, then I might just do hammer there as well.
Nice. Nice. Cade, what about you? What's your plans for throwing for this summer?
I don't really know. If I see some stuff that I want to go to, then I'll go to it and go try to win it. But I got a lot of 7-on-7 stuff that I'm doing. So as soon as track season ends, geared toward football and going back to that.
What position do you play in football, Caden?
Tight end.
Tight end, nice. Now you're what, 6'3", 6'4"-ish, Caden?
6'3".
6'3", nice. Now is something football and throwing something you want to do in college? Because two.
I don't know. If I were to do football, I don't know if I'd be a tight end. I'm pretty freaking good long snapper. That'd be the only thing that I would do in football.
Gotcha.
Because I've got the marks of the tops at the rivals camp. If I were to ever go to one, I may try to go to one this summer and get ranked for long snapping. But
okay.
Other than that, nah, football's not really college.
Gotcha. Praiyer, what about you? Are you doing any throwing this summer?
For me, my high school career just ended after the state meet. I wanted to focus on the NCAA and just try to do my best in college. I already have a plan planned out for me, and my goals for college, and I want to just meet them straight away. I'm not gonna say it out loud. I don't want to jinx anything or anything like that.
There you go. Gotcha. That's all right, man. A man with a plan is a good plan. So, and Mason, are you going to be doing any throwing this summer?
I don't know. We'll see. Like Purse said, after small town schools don't really. After that, we don't. We're not really used to that. So,
Gotcha.
I don't. I might go watch my younger brother go throw a couple, maybe give him a little tips and tricks, and
Gotcha.
see if I
Gotcha.
win anything.
Gotcha.
But I do plan. I do plan to just go to the gym, get bigger, faster, stronger, and then also work so I can get some money to pay for a stereo system in my car so I can play it while I'm throwing. So
There you go, man. What when you get that stereo system, what kind of music we're gonna listen to?
country.
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 Free
No, I'm just kidding. Probably free country. Free
There you
country.
go. Free country. Go ahead.
All right, guys, I have a question for you. You may have to think about it for a minute, or you guys may know this because it's a habit for you. Mindset is a huge part of throwing, right? We talk to our athletes all the time about how you can sit out there at one of those meets for a long time and you're in the ring for maybe 8 to 10 seconds, right, for a throw. And so how do you prepare yourself for that throw? What do you do in between the throws? Is it all about playing the right music? Do you have a plan that you mentally prepare yourself? So what is your mental preparation system before you throw? So, Mason, why don't you go first if you're ready?
So one of the things I do before me, I just kind of play my free country and my music and I'll just try and just get prepared for the meet because I know if it's a big meet, then I'm just going to try and I don't want to get too nervous, but I want to get nervous enough where that adrenaline starts pumping and I start trying to throw further. But yeah, I just kind of get locked in. And then during throws, I'm kind of just watching the other people throw, see if I'm throwing further still. I mean, it's nothing too much.
Nice.
Okay. All right. Praiyer, what about you? What's your mental routine to get ready?
For me, it's kind of different for both events. For discus, I need to be calm. So I gotta talk like crazy, and I don't talk to. I'm kind of an introvert, so it's weird. So for discus, I have to like be able to. I gotta communicate. I gotta be playing around with a bunch of people. I'll be telling jokes and stuff. But and they call me crazy. But at the state meet, in order for me to be able to perform like I did for discus, I had to talk a lot, and then they were like, "Oh, he kind of cool to hang around." And then for shot put, I kind of pushed everybody away. I'm to the side. I'm listening to shoot. Well, I'm gonna be lame and just say NBA YoungBoy, but that's what I was listening to that, and it's like a total switch. So it depends on the event for me.
Gotcha.
Good. I like that. All right, Caden, what about you?
Just like what Praiyer was saying, whenever I'm throwing disc, I got to be pretty calm. I mean, there's got to be a little bit of adrenaline and getting pissed off at the disc to be able to throw it far. But for the most part, you got to stay calm. And I'll just sit there and hum or quietly sing whatever song stuck in my head that day. Like before I threw my 182.5, I was just sitting there singing "Neon Moon" by Burks and Dunn, and I think it was something in the Orange by Zach Bryan. And I'll just sit there and hum or sing just to relax myself.
Gotcha.
That's nice. All right, Paris, what about you? What are you jamming to? What were you listening to on that rain delay? So
in times like that, I'll listen to hype music, maybe if it's old school rap. It really doesn't matter. So if it got me, going back and forth, shaking a little bit, you know what I mean? And with like a really fast rhythm type beat, that's what I'm gonna listen to. Now, when it comes to the mental side, I'd say 99% out of all my competitors that I've ever gone against, they would probably tell you that I'm actually crazy. And while I say that, it's because say I've been to nationals. I mean, you could be from a completely different country. I'm gonna figure a way to create some type of conversation with you. Now, I'm gonna ask you, "Hey, girl, what's your name?" "Oh, so and so. I like that name. What's your favorite color?" Like, I just create like random conversation, and some people that might not even know me, but I know them, I'll be like, oh my gosh, are you so-and-so? And I'm like, yo. And I'll go straight in for the hug. I think that's what kind of blows people. I'm like, oh my gosh, bring it in, and for the state meet, so sometimes it just depends on the officials. You're usually not allowed to have your AirPods in. And so I'm the type of girl that talks to everyone. And I mean everyone. Nobody is safe. Even the officials, I mean, they got annoyed with me. Like, I'm looking at the officials next to the ring with the flag. I said, how many kids you got? What's their name? So,
leave me alone. I'm
yeah,
working.
and they're looking at me crazy, like, is this girl not gonna lock in or anything? Or like, but yes, I talk to everyone, and that's my way of like not overthinking it. But so right before I go into the ring, like when I'm getting my shot put, drawing it out, drawing off my neck, I'm like talking to myself all types of crazy. And when I say that, I'm just like, I'm not gonna say it, but I talk to myself crazy and I mumble up under my breath a little bit, and it just gets my blood going and it gets me worked up. So like people are seeing this friendly girl just look over. I'm like this, you know what I mean? Talking to myself a little bit, and I'm talking to myself all the time as I'm putting the shot put on my neck. And right before I go into that first rotation, I just stop and I just go to work.
There you go.
You would annoy me if I was thrown against you.
Yeah.
I mean, like, leave me alone. I'm trying to get away.
So we're getting towards the end, guys, but I'm going to give y'all opportunity. So all four of you have expressed in this, probably 50 minutes about the influence of your parents, or maybe even specializing maybe with your dad and something. And I'm probably they're going to listen to this. So right now I'm going to give you the opportunity to kind of talk to them and just maybe kind of tell them, if they're listening, kind of what they mean to you and kind of how they helped you get to that state meet. So Mason, I know you have a special relationship with your dad. So what do you got to tell him?
Honestly, I'll just tell him thank you for all the hours he put in, all the time that I've spent away from home and still coming back, and he still remembers my name. It's just awesome. He's awesome. I really appreciate him, just because I don't think many people have that kind of relationship with like a coach. But I'm glad that he's by my side every step of the way. Yeah.
Awesome. Caden, what about you?
Well, I want to start off thanking my mom. She is probably the sweetest person ever and the best person to put by me to calm me down whenever getting nervous and everything. And then my dad, who is been there from day one and is the best person to, if I could have someone in the ring with me every single time, it would be my dad, because he's always been there and he will continue to be there. He can be a little bit hard on me sometimes, but I need it every time he does it. If they're going to listen to this, love you, Mom, love you, Dad.
Very good.
Of course they'll listen.
Paris. Now remember, your dad's a cop.
It's Tahoe right now as we speak. So with my dad, he's probably the man that's like my biggest hype man, my biggest motivator. I want him to know that I really do appreciate it, because sometimes like I don't get hyped up myself, not all the time, and so I can always count on him. And even throughout the school year, he was always that guy that was, her mentioned it earlier, always sending me YouTube videos. I could get out of class or I could check my phone. I'm like, why has this man sent me 7 different YouTube videos and they're all 40 minutes long? You know what I mean? Like, it just makes no sense. But whenever my dad, he's always in my corner, I will say that. After I throw, and it's a good throw, I might do a couple claps. But one thing about my dad, he's going to talk. Yeah, P Diddy. Like, I mean, every single nickname in the book that he's ever called me, he's going to yell that out. So I always appreciate that. Now, my mom, so I grew up playing softball, and that was like her first love sport. So she was always like a softball mom, And so for me to go to track and her still to be supportive of me, it means a lot to me. So she might not understand a whole bunch of it, but one thing about her, once she hears that certain mark that I told her to look out for, she's going to yell and scream, And she's always there to calm me down, check on me, see how I'm feeling. And I love them both, and it's really it really does mean a lot to me. And along with my two coaches, I would say I've never had like the type of relationship I had with Coach Wayne and Coach Rob. I've never had with another coach other than that. So to be honest, that's my cousin. I love my family, but coaches, they're honestly like second dads to me. So I mean, they're not just coaches to me. Whenever I'm having a bad day, I can always tell, and they're always motivating me, allowing me to talk to them. So I appreciate those four. It really does mean a lot to me, and I love them dearly.
Awesome. Praiyer, bring us home.
For me, I'm gonna go family member by family member if that's okay.
That's fine.
We don't have it all day. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, Praiyer. I'm messing with you.
Well, first, I'll give it to my mom. She's been there, and like I said last year when I was on this podcast, she's just been there for me through academics. She's been just every time. Let's say I hit a PR, she'll be like, "Okay, but did you hit a PR in your books?" And so something smart like that. So and then I'll go to my brother. He to me, I love him to death, but he is probably the most annoying person I've ever met. But I still love it. It's a fun type of knowing. Like I said, I'll throw kind of with my mom. I'll throw a PR. Or when I won state this year, after I won state, he had called me. He said, "Okay, but I'll still beat you in Madden. It doesn't matter. Like I'm not." Then he'll keep me grounded and keep me grounded and stuff, and tell me what I need to work on. And then my dad, he's just amazing. He's my superhero for sure. This year it was for me, it was my toughest year. I was dealing with a lot of personal things and stuff like that. And he was just there, even though he had his own stuff that he was going through. He still put in time and effort with me, and he just been there with me every step of the way. And like Cade said, he'll continue to be there. And I know he's the only person I'll truly be able to count on when times get rough. And it kind of another thing when this year I watched The Last Dance and with Michael Jordan, and then I was like, okay, if I'm not, I need to be crazy about shot put, like Michael Jordan is crazy about basketball. Yeah, and but it kind of led to me acting out and because I was dealing with a lot of stuff, I was acting out during the meets. Kind of sometimes, like if I didn't throw good, I'll just get mad I even started talking trash at one point, and I was just acting out a character. Like for example, I almost got beat, but I started talking trash to the dude. I was like, okay, watch this. You ain't gonna do this. I was like, it was just that. It was kind of like that. But my dad came in. He calmed me down. He's like, that's Michael Jordan. That's how he's able to play his game. That's how he does that. But you're Praiyer Jones. You're a different person, and that's not you. Be yourself, and I'll be there to support you no matter the situation. And I'll just forever love him for that.
Awesome. Great. Final question, guys. Mason, where's the gold medal at right now?
It's about a good 1,000 miles away. And my it's in my car, just hanging there. So I didn't know where to put it yet. It's just kind of it's just hanging from the mirror right now. I don't know where to put it.
Love it.
All right, dude. You better hope nobody breaks it to Cade. Where's the gold medal at?
My gold medal is back at my house, which I am not there. But it's hanging up on one of the deer that I mounted.
Oh, nice.
I've got all my medals from you can look on GF's Instagram. He got it on there. It's on my Instagram too. But my deer has all my UIL medals for all the way from district to state, freshman to junior year, and it's just full of medals hanging all down it.
Nice.
I love it.
Does the deer have a name?
The deer does not have a name. Would you like to give it a name?
No. GF.
Okay.
Paris, where's the gold medal at?
No, actually, as soon as I won it, it did not come off for like a cool 48 hours unless it's for a shower. So now my medal's hanging up in my room over my bed. It's like a little tack, put it in the wall, and it's like a little dream catcher. That's my thing. So I sleep with my bed, but the first 48 hours, it was not coming off at all. I actually put it under my pillow. So, but yeah, it's hanging in bed now.
All right. And Jones, where's your gold medal at, man, from this year?
My gold medal is currently in a bag with the rest of my gold medals I earned this year, and I'm still waiting to build a case. I'm still waiting to build me and my dad are gonna build a case and where we can display all of this stuff. But one thing's for sure, I'm not letting the state ring go for a long time. It's gonna stay with me like white on rice. It's gonna stay on me.
For sure. Well, guys, it's been a pleasure and honor to have you on. You know, if y'all don't realize it now, y'all made history, and your name, when anybody goes looks up, that you can go back and look all the way to the 80s and 90s of who got first and what they threw. It's listed in that UIL page, and your name will always be at the top of the list in any of the classifications y'all threw at with those marks. And that's really cool because maybe in 20 years, 30 years, when y'all have kids and you're introducing throwing to them, you know, they can look you up and say, hey, this is what I threw at the state meet in 2023. And Paris, you could tell your story, you know, to your little ones maybe at that time about that rain delay and how you handled that and stuff like that. So be proud of what y'all done. And we wish y'all the best and go make dreams happen and go be great. And go do what y'all been doing for the past 4 years because y'all been successful. And there's going to be obstacles that y'all are going to have in college. And it's nothing that y'all can't overcome. It's not going to be easy. But I know that, you know, with y'all's determination, work ethic, and believe in yourself, that y'all can go out and be successful, whether you're throwing at University of Houston or Louisiana or Tarleton State. It doesn't matter. So y'all go be,
for your high school,
or even for you, Caden, you know, just make the next year happen for you, and you're going to have the same opportunities, you know, that the other threes had as well. So go be great and do what y'all do. We thank y'all. This will be out.
We'll publish it on June 25th. It comes out on a Sunday. So it's still our 99th episode. Y'all get to be 99.
Yeah. So we'll attach y'all when it comes out and stuff. Be sure to send the pictures to Janelle, whether it's individual or with one of your coaches or your dad, whatever y'all want us to share. So
yeah, send those pictures. We'll he'll do a collage kind of to introduce you guys, and then in the YouTube channel when we're talking about you, whatever kind of pictures you want up there, I'll stick them up there.
Yeah, and this will be on YouTube as well. So all right, guys, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Y'all have a great summer. All right, we'll see y'all down the road. Thank y'all.
Hey,
we want to thank Mason Hill, 3A state champion in the shot put. We want to thank Cade and Reagan, 3A champion in the discus. We want to thank Paris Kimble, 6A winner in the shot put, and then Praiyer Jones, 2A winner in the shot put, for being on the Zuma Champions podcast, the third one. So we're hoping to continue to do this for many more years to come. Just all four had that willingness to succeed and win, and just to kind of handle the moment, rise to the occasion. And that was very obvious in just talking to all four of them. Very confident in what they do, which you have to be at that level when at that state meet. All 9 competitors are great. So it's who's going to handle it mentally. And I think they all did that in bringing home the gold medal.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they all do in their college career, and really Paris and javelin. That's something you don't get to see in high school.
Yeah.
You don't think, oh, this girl won state in shot put, and now see what she's going to do in javelin. And then Caden's got one more year. He was there at both events.
Yeah.
So we'll see what he gets.
And I think actually his sophomore year he got bronze. So I'm sure he'll be headed for the gold his senior year for shot and discus in class 3A. So hopefully maybe Caden, we can have you on after your senior year.
Yeah. All right. Thanks again, guys, for being on. All right. We want to thank our sponsors for season 6, episode 99, Texas Track and Field Coach Association. Go to ttfca.org. for all the latest in Texas track and field news. If you need some implements, fourthrows.com. Follow the implements priced right. Use that code TalkingThrows10 to get 10% off. You need a porta circle to get you some more reps in. Porta-circle.com. Use the code TalkingThrows10. If you're in the Austin area, go to Ready Up AD or look up Zach Phillips. Give him a call at 512-507-8347. Or if you're this summer, you're looking for a really good training program as a thrower, he has on Train Heroic. Go to it's called Basic Throw Strength. And if you will use the code THROWS10, you can get 20% off of that program. If you're needing some extra lifting over the summer, something to get in, that'd be a great program to do. And Big Frogs of Colleyville, shout out to them for all of our printing needs.
Embroidery.
And printing and all the things.
Yes.
Hello, Talking Throws Texas podcasters. I'm Bruce Caldwell. I'm here today to introduce the Fiber Sport Discus. Yes, many of you thought I only made great vaulting poles. I have been bringing quality discuses to the throwers' hands for over 40 years. First as Cantabrian USA representative, then for the past 10 years as the Nelco Discus distributor. I introduced the yellow-plated discus for the plastic's best durability. If your Fiber Sport discus breaks, we replace it. Our studies have reached into the science of using a wind tunnel and adding microchips to the discus to find the spin, the gravity, the flight stability of the discus. We have found it's not about rim weight anymore. It's more about creating a balanced stability to allow the discus to fly and surf the wind. Our new Fiber Sport discus is made to be selected to fit your needs, no matter the weather, no matter the conditions. Check out our discus selection guide at fibersportdiscus.com and find a dealer in your area that sells our fine product. Thank you, Jason and Janelle, for allowing me to talk with your listeners on Talk and Throws Texas Style.
Big shout out to Lifting DFW. If you need programming for Olympic lifting, if you need personal training, individual training, for whether you're a mom or a college athlete or a high school athlete, reach out to me. That website is liftingdfw.com. Or also to your YouTube channel. Be sure to go and give us a thumbs up. Give us some feedback on what you like about the YouTube channel or even what you maybe not like about the YouTube channel.
That's it.
See y'all down the road.
Thank you, guys.